Very good morning, children. Welcome to the psychology classroom. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and you all are working hard toward your studies. As usual, I am always guiding you and motivating you for your studies. Yes, children, please be more concentrated toward your studies as your examinations are very near, and start preparing yourself for the term 2. It is very near to you, and I just hope you understand the seriousness of the time. Firstly, I should provide you the detail. You can see here the date is 15/1/22, class 11C, subject psychology. Class 11C, subject psychology. I hope the details are properly visible. Okay, date, class and subject. But obviously we are doing the revision. So in terms of the revision, we are revising the chapter learning. We are revising the chapter learning. In learning chapter, the topic which we have to study today in this video, like if I talk about what we have discussed in this chapter earlier, so many things are there which we have discussed. We discuss about what is learning, what are the features of learning, okay, what are the features of learning, and then we have discussed about different methods of learning. So we learn about the classical conditioning, we discuss about the operant conditioning, observational learning, cognitive learning, verbal learning and concept learning. Now today I am going to discuss with you the next type of learning, which is skill learning. The next type of learning which is skill learning. So please be attentive here in understanding this one, skill learning. Skill learning. Here you will come across the word skill. So what is skill? How you will define the skill? How you will define the skill? Skill आप किसे कहेंगे? Something which you are able to do anything proficiently and efficiently, that is a skill. अगर आप किसी भी चीज़ को बहुत प्रोफिशिएंटली और एफिशिएंटली कर पा रहे हैं एंड विदाउट पुटिंग लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट, सो इट इज़ योर स्किल. The things which you enjoyed, which you enjoy doing, which do not require very much effort of you, and that work is having a very good finishing and proficiency, so that is a skill. Defined as proficiency, efficiency, to do any task. Skill is defined as proficiency, efficiency to do any task. That is a skill. Skill क्या है? किसी भी टास्क को अगर बहुत proficiency और efficiency से कर रहे हो, तो that is a skill. What come under the skill learning? There was a name of a psychologist whose name is Fritz. Fritz has given some phases of skill acquisition. Phases of skill acquisition. Phases of skill acquisition. Fritz. Phases of skill acquisition. So he talked about the three kind of phase. three kinds of phase. That is, the first is cognitive, the second is associative, and the third is autonomous. The first is cognitive, and second is associative, and third is autonomous. So there are three kinds of phases. Cognitive, associative, and autonomous. Three kinds of phases. What is under the cognitive? Cognitive obviously means, or somewhere it is related to the cognition. Cognition means related to the awareness or learning something, a kind of consciousness, a kind of mental processes. So cognitive is a stage of mental processes, are doing some kind of mental activity. Okay. Association is relating. It is related to the relational. Relating what you have learned today with your previous knowledge. That is associative. आप जो भी अभी learn कर रहे हैं, how is it related to the previous one? That is associative. And autonomous is something, a work which is done automatically without thinking a lot. ऑटोमेटिकली हो रहा है वो प्रोसेस, जिसके बारे में आपको ज़्यादा सोचना नहीं पड़ रहा है, और ऑटोमेटिकली इट इज़ हैपनिंग एंड यू डोंट हैव टू थिंक अ लॉट, एंड दिस इज समथिंग विच मेक यू टू पुट योर एफर्ट इन अ लेस मैनर. ओके, the task and the work is done automatically, a kind of divided attention. You are able to do a divided attention when you acquire any kind of skill. Otherwise, when you are in the initial stage of the skill learning, you have to be very focused on that one. After some time, you have to be very relaxed. Okay? So I hope it is clear to you all. Three kind of phases: cognitive, associative, and autonomous. Now I am going to describe it some more in detailed manner with some examples also. I hope you all have written down the meaning and the definition of this thing. So take any example. When the person is the cognitive stage and then the associative stage, any task or anything you can take, and then the task will done autonomous. This autonomous is divided into some part. The one is automaticity. The one is automaticity, and second can be divided attention, or you can say that less attention required. Now you can understand this processes with any of the example. Like cooking, you can take the cooking. Like firstly, you don't know how to do the cooking, so you were in the cognitive stage, you were in the learning stage. Basically, cognitive stage is a kind of learning stage. It is a stage of learning where you are learning the things. Okay, learning means how you learn cooking. Maybe you are going to learn it from someone, or maybe you read it from book. Maybe you see any of use of any social media. So what happened? You are in the stage of learning. Okay, you are in the stage of learning. You are in the stage of cognitive, where you are collecting the information and you are manipulating it, you are inserting the information into your memory system. So you require a lot of attention there. This is a stage where attention is very much required. ये सबसे पहला जो स्टेज है जहाँ अटेंशन बहुत चाहिए, ठीक है. अराउजल और अटेंशन इज मस्ट ओवर है. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा अटेंशन देना होता है क्योंकि इट इज़ अ लर्निंग स्टेज, आपको ध्यान देना होता है. नाउ सेकेंड स्टेज होता है एसोसिएटिव, जहाँ पे आपने हो सकता है उससे पहले कुछ चीज़ें सीखी हों तो आप उस चीज़ों को उससे रिलेट करोगे जो आप नया सीख रहे हो, ठीक है. कुकिंग में ही आपने हो सकता है उससे पहले कुछ सीखा हो तो उसको आप अपनी उस नॉलेज को यू कैन यूज इन दिस स्टेज. एंड आफ्टर व्हेन द लर्निंग टेक प्लेस, दैट इज नोन एज स्किल लर्निंग. जैसे ही आपकी लर्निंग हो जाएगी यू कम इनटू द ऑटोमेशन स्टेज और ऑटोनॉमस. द टास्क इज टू बी डन ऑटोमेटिकली. You don't require to put a very much effort and very attention. So it is the stage which require less attention, less effort and less attention as well. आपको कम ध्यान देना पड़ेगा, आप अपना डिवाइडेड अटेंशन नहीं कर सकते हो, आपको अपने एफर्ट को भी कम लगाना पड़ेगा. आप डिवाइडेड मतलब एक टाइम पे आप दोनों मतलब वो भी कर सकते हो वो भी कर सकते हो, क्योंकि अब आपको उस पर पूरी तरह से ध्यान नहीं देना, बिकॉज यू आर नाउ कंसिडर्ड टू बी द मास्टर इन दैट टास्क. So you are able to do the cooking also, you are able to talk to anyone, okay, you can see anything on social media or anything, you can talk with someone while cooking, okay. So why? Because that process you have learned it, so it requires less arousal, less attention, and you are able to do it with some other task also. So that is phases of the skill learning which were discussed by the Fitz. So this is one of the example which I had given you, like cooking. You can take any example which can correlate with you and which make you to understand the thing in a better manner, जिससे आपको और भी अच्छे से चीज़ें समझ में आए. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल हाउ टू राइड अ बाईसाइकिल या हाउ टू राइड अ स्कूटी, ओके. लाइक यू डोंट नो हाउ टू राइड अ स्कूटी और बाइक, okay. So according to this stages you are in the first stage cognitive. So cognitive में आपका जो ट्रेनर होगा, whatever the trainer is telling you, you have to be very alert toward it कि कैसे मुझे क्या करना है, what is the function which I have to do and which I have to apply. Now in the associative stage, maybe if you have learned how to ride a bicycle, so you relate it. Bicycle में you learn how to make a balance, so that balance can be used while the learning of riding a bike or the scooter or anything. So that is an associative stage. Associative means you relate your new learning with your past learning, okay. And in the past whatever the things you have learned, you try to find out the similar things related to it, okay. आप उसी से related to similar चीजें find out करते हैं. That is an associative learning. Clear? And third is the automation. When these things done, then you come into the stage of automation where you do all the work automatically, and you ride a bike also, you can listen the music also, because you acquired a skill. आपने वो स्किल एक्वायर्ड कर लिया. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द स्किल लर्निंग. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड इट. व्हाट इज स्किल लर्निंग, आपको समझ में आ गया होगा कि स्किल लर्निंग क्या होती है. यू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट इट, ओके. ओके, चलिए. Now what is the next part which we have to discuss from this chapter only after the skill learning. So almost all the method of learning we have discussed. All the methods of learning is completely discussed. Now we should move toward to the next part of this learning method. Okay, the next part. In the next part, let's discuss about the transfer of learning. Transfer of learning. Yes, children, you feel amazed to hear, but it is very true that learning can be transferred. Learning can be transferred. Learning का transfer होता है. There is a two kind of transfer of learning, general or specific. There are two kind of transfer of learning. Okay. The one is general and another is specific. Okay. This general is also known as generic. Okay. So there were two transfer of learning, general and specific. Learning के दो तरीके से ट्रांसफर होते हैं, एक जनरल वे में होते हैं और एक स्पेसिफिक वे में होते हैं. Again I am telling this point again and again. There were two ways of the transfer of learning, general and specific. एक general transfer which is happened to everyone. Okay, जैसे एक learning, just suppose आपने कोई एक learning की, फिर उसके बाद आपने दूसरी learning की. आपने कोई एक learning की, उसके बाद आपने कोई दूसरी learning की. That is a जनरल ट्रांसफर ऑफ लर्निंग. तो एक लर्निंग के करने के बाद दूसरी लर्निंग करने में कुछ तो ट्रांसफर हो रहा होगा ना. सो दैट इज अ जनरल ट्रांसफर. ठीक है. आफ्टर डूइंग वन लर्निंग एंड मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट लर्निंग, कुछ ऐसा करने से देयर इज अ जनरल ट्रांसफर ऑफ लर्निंग. नाउ व्हाट इज स्पेसिफिक? जनरल आप समझ रहे हैं. जनरल इन द सेंस मीन्स यू लर्न समथिंग न्यू, सो मे बी you develop some self-confidence, or you are able to do the divided attention. तो ये सब कुछ जनरल ट्रांसफर होते हैं जो सब में होते हैं. बट स्पेसिफिक ट्रांसफर डिफर फ्रॉम इंडिविजुअल टू इंडिविजुअल. इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू थ्री पार्ट्स. पॉजिटिव ट्रांसफर, पॉजिटिव ट्रांसफर ऑफ लर्निंग. ओके. सेकेंड इज नेगेटिव ट्रांसफर ऑफ लर्निंग. And third is zero transfer of learning. So there are three transfer of learning: positive, negative and zero. There are three transfer of learning: positive, negative and zero. ठीक है. Positive transfer of learning. What do you understand by the term positive transfer of learning? Positive यानी something which is good. एक लर्निंग से आपने सेकेंड लर्निंग कुछ भी की तो वो पॉजिटिव ट्रांसफर ऑफ लर्निंग डायरेक्टली मीन्स दैट सपोज द टास्क, द लर्निंग, द प्रीवियस लर्निंग ऑलवेज एनहांसेस द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द न्यू लर्निंग. सो इफ द प्रीवियस लर्निंग एनहांसेस द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द न्यू लर्निंग, सो इट इज अ पॉजिटिव ट्रांसफर. अच्छा ट्रांसफर हो रहा है. On the other hand, if the previous learning is affecting in the learning of new things, that is a negative transfer. Means it is not affecting at all. On the other hand, if the previous learned material or the previous learning do not have any kind of effect on your new learning, so that is a zero. यानी कोई ट्रांसफर लर्निंग की हुई नहीं है. ना ही पॉजिटिव हुई है ना ही नेगेटिव हुई है. नेदर इट इज पॉजिटिव नेदर इट इज नेगेटिव. इट इज जस्ट जीरो. कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है. यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस ट्रांसफर ऑफ लर्निंग विद सो मेनी एग्जाम्पल. वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल इज गिवन इन योर बुक ऑल्सो itself. So we can consider it that example also. Like you can understood it. Like suppose firstly you all have written it. So I am going to rub it and I should move forward and just going to explain you the transfer of learning. Okay. So what I discussed, positive transfer. Firstly, let's discuss with the example. Don't write the positive. Okay. Just write down the example. Okay. Just write down the example. So this is an example which I am just discussing with you, which is given in your book also, so that you can revise it from your NCERT. In that book, there is a task A and task B. Task A and task B. Okay, task and task B. Okay, so what happened? Firstly, task A जो person को मिला to learn the English language, and second task उसको मिला to learn the Spanish language. Okay, and second situation can be the task they have to learn the Spanish language, then they have to learn the English language. Now, if earlier you have learned the English language and now you are learning the Spanish language, so obviously English somewhere help you to learn the Spanish. So it is somewhere a positive transfer of learning. But if you learn the Spanish and then you are set to learn the Hindi, so obviously the previous learning not helping you anything to learn the new material. So somewhere it deteriorates the performance, and which is considered to be the negative transfer. But if this learning is not affecting this learning in any way, or this learning is not affecting this learning in any way, so that is considered to be the zero transfer of learning. Means कोई भी effect नहीं पड़ रहा है किसी का भी. Okay, is it clear? The example should be clear to you all. So in this way, so many examples you will be able to find out from your daily life. Try to explore it and find out the examples from the daily life also. Okay? Okay. Just suppose anything you can take, like for example the same which I had given earlier also, like you are going to learn a scooty or bike, and earlier you have learned how to ride a bicycle. So it is somewhere enhancing your new learning, so it is a positive. But suppose if you don't know how to ride a bicycle, आपने bicycle भी कभी नहीं सीखी है, and you are about to go, तो हो सकता है कि due to the missing of the previous learning, there can be the negative transfer, क्योंकि वो कुछ भी नहीं सीखा, and it can be happen that it is not affecting your new learning. You will be able to learn how to ride a scooty or scooter or bike in an easy manner. So both the conditions are there. It can be negative transfer or it can be zero transfer. But if you have learned how to ride a bicycle and now you are riding a scooty or bike, so it is always a positive transfer of learning. Similarly, in this example also, where you are learning any kind of language, like suppose if you firstly learn English, then you are learning the Spanish or any other language, French, so it will definitely help. But if you are previously learned English and now it is said to you to learn the Sanskrit or any other language which is not linked with the previous language, so but obviously it has a negative transfer of learning. Okay, क्योंकि first learning is deteriorating the performance of the new learning. It is not enhancing your performance at all. Okay, so here in this video I had discussed with you the two topics. The one is the skill learning and another is the transfer of learning. So I just hope you understand these two topics in a very important manner and better manner, and I just suggest you children, whatever the things I am discussing with you, whatever in the classroom or in the video, firstly must watch the video because it will help you to do the revisions. Okay, like for example, something you have studied in the classroom and then you studied it from your NCERT, and then when you watch the video, your concepts will be clear. And you can do one thing also, you watch the video and go through your NCERT and discuss the questions in the classroom. So then your concept will become more clear and everything will be remained in your memory. Understood, children? I hope you understand it. Thank you so much children for carefully listening and observing this video. Thank you.